All right, so we were tasked with making a professional app for a professional setting. So I thought a lot about what I wanted to do, and I felt like, there's so many things that you can do with apps. Some of the things that I kind of highlighted and felt were important was graphs, putting services in your phone, stuff like that. And I felt like those would be, and an outfit planner. I felt like those would be some really good things for apps. I kind of decided that I would use a services, so like a salon app, and I kind of did some research on what was already out there. So this is the Books for One app. This is what another stylist app looks like. This is how one of the checking out apps look. I believe this is Square. I might be wrong about that. It might be PayPal. So one of the things that I really, really wanted to accomplish was easier going from the tablet to a phone because a lot of stylists use tablets for their main checkout system, and a lot of stylists use their phone for stuff like taking pictures and showing people stuff and looking at their appointments, stuff like that. I also felt that it was important that clients, or not clients, the stylist was able to send out confirmations. That was one of my goals. I also wanted them to know how many haircuts, colors, deep conditions, all of that they have done. I said for the day here, but I actually revised it to the month so that they could know how much money they're being taken in. I also wanted them to be able to save photos to a portfolio that the salon had access to. So there were kind of a couple of goals. Mostly this is for stylists. It's not really for most of the general population. These are what I worked out and I decided for the whole thing. So the tablet is going to be able to check people out, so like pay for their services, pay for their products, add inventory, confirm appointments, schedule appointments, and then have a portfolio. The mobile view will have a place to take photos and add it to the portfolio. It'll have your profile, so your individual profile, not the salon's profile. You can have access to all of the appointments that you have. And these were kind of my original sketches. I really liked the idea of having a diagonal on it, and I actually found that when I did a bunch of user testing, people didn't like that. It seemed a little wonky. It didn't seem like it was done on purpose, stuff like that. And so I actually ended up changing that in the end. But to begin with, that was kind of what my thoughts were. So these are kind of what I decided, all right, wireframe wise, this is what I want it to look like. As I got to user testing, I realized that a lot of the screens didn't have a back button, didn't have anything like that to navigate back and forth. Also, I was told that a few of these items were a little bit difficult to read. So I tried to revise that and made sure I put a back button on each thing. I actually did a ton of work. I want to show you the wireframes that I did for all of them because I've got them pulled up right now. So as you can see, there's a profile. This is the mobile view. So our profile takes us to our personal information, help, feedback, stuff like that. If you go back, you can hit appointments. You see this is on the 12th, but you can scroll through, and this is all of your appointments, not all of the appointments that are being done in the salon, because remember, this is the one on your phone. The appointments done is going to have a list of all of the services that you've done that month, and it'll have a breakdown. So how many men's, how many women's, how many children, how much time it took you to do each of those things. And it'll be the same with each of those. Um, the color, the balayage, the relaxer, all of that. This screen scrolls. So also, like I said, I wanted to have a photo portfolio linked. So after you take a picture, you can hit Save to Portfolio. You can click down on the Select a Service and then pick which service, name the photo, products used, little description maybe, and hit Save. And it'll save it to the salon's portfolio. And I felt like that was a really good way to have them connect. This is the tablet part. So this is going to have all of the stuff for scheduling appointments. You can schedule an appointment right there. Confirming appointments, this is where you can email, call, send us a text message. And this right here would be the text that you're sending them. So obviously you're going to fill it in with whatever you feel is appropriate. You can also skip through the days by clicking the arrows. You can look at your client's portfolio, or not your client's portfolio, your portfolio, or any of the other employees in the salon will have a portfolio, and it'll have the title, the picture, the description, and then people can just click through and look at those pictures. When they go back, it'll take them back to this screen. I also decided that there needed to be a checkout place. So this is where you can add product. If you need to add more than one product, you just hit that little plus button. So add product, this is their whole ticket total. It'll just automatically pull it up. And then it's going to ask what kind of payment, submit payment, and then you're going to take the cash, slide the card, do whatever. Oops, I can actually click on that. And then add inventory, I felt like was a very important place also. If you need to add another thing of inventory, just hit the little plus sign, put the barcode in, put the quantity, and then hit add to inventory. So this is each individual product that you want to add. You can't add multiple products on these little squares. And then you can go back to the beginning. So that was kind of how I developed my app for a professional app. I feel like I almost want to develop it a little bit more. I'm not going to lie. I am really happy with how it turned out. Thanks so much for watching.